You're watching Kelley's Outdoor Adventures, the RV Drifters. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, hit the pause button for a moment and scan this QR code and go right to our channel and subscribe. And remember, it's free. On last week's video, we spent some time in Ohio getting Millie some upgrades and repairs. And we got to meet the namesake of Murphy's Mobile RV Repairs. Here's Murphy.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
And of course, Bob Laird is the owner. Meet up with family and friends. Debbie got that much needed time with the kids and grandkids.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep them out.
And Millie got an upgrade on her axles.
Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Time flew by all too quickly, and before you knew it, reservations were made and we had to go. Not sure I mentioned it, but we've started our trek to the Florida Keys on our next adventure, but we're still up here in northern Ohio on the 80-90 toll road across Ohio. We're in Lorain, Ohio, and stopped at a huge service center here on the Ohio Turnpike, and we're stopping to make some coffee. I love having the house with me. This is the way to travel. Next stop, Rocky Fork Ranch, part of our Travel Resorts of America, and we'll be staying there, I think, 3 nights, maybe 4. This guy came zooming up alongside us and made me a little nervous, but he kept going. This was our plan when we hit the road. We allowed 10 days to make this trip. We didn't have a lot of flexibility because we had reservations in the Florida Keys.
Just looking out, we're heading into Cleveland, and just looking at the fall colors, there is a little bit of color change, so thought we'd grab it while we're heading towards Cleveland.
All right, so we just got set up at Rocky Fork Ranch, and we are in C2. But it's not a bad site. We got a nice open area for the sun, for Starlink, and I think we didn't put it on the flagpole because the flagpole is going to be too far back underneath those back trees, so we brought it forward closer to the middle, and I think that's going to just work perfectly. If you guys watch our videos, you know this is our home base for Travel Resorts of America, so we didn't do a lot of filming here. There are several YouTube videos in the past, but we enjoyed some downtime before hitting the road again. And this is what day 1 looks like. This was a 6.5-hour drive day, our longest one of the trip.
Kelley's Outdoor Adventure is on a new adventure. We've been in Ohio for about a month, and we are heading to the Florida Keys. Unfortunately, as you see, it's a gray, wet day. Hurricane Helene hit 3 days ago, and Ohio's getting this weather, but the leaves are changing a little bit. Might have a little color change on the way down. Anything to add?
It's wet.
So today we're heading to Wrightsville, Virginia. We have not crossed Virginia off our map. We're staying at a Harvest Toast. And we have seen one truck that just passed us that had a sign, Hurricane Helene victims, I'm on my way. So people are heading down to help the hurricane restorations.
looks like we finally drove out of the rain, although it looks like the rain has been here and may come back. This is our gas stop and restroom break, but we'll be on the road again. So, first stop, Charleston, West Virginia. Stop number 2. Let's go tour the Tamarack. It's pretty cool. The Tamarack Marketplace has RV parking. It's called Beckley, West Virginia. We're heading into the Tamarack. And walking right into the food court. Maybe we should go get our coffee before we take a stroll. The Tamarack is a cultural center in West Virginia that showcases the artistic heritage and craftsmanship of the region. The center features work from West Virginia artisans, and it's set up in the form of a retail store where they can market their wares. It is located just off of Interstate 64 and is well worth the stop for travelers. And what we came to see, coffee. And coffee cheers. Makes for a nice stop along the freeway to get out, do just what we're doing, get a cup of coffee and take a stroll around some of these artist type gifts, handmade gifts. Oh, finally something I found that I could get that has value. What's it called?
Spice wine.
Oh, served warm?
I would serve it warm. But...
Very cool. We stretched our legs for about a half an hour. We made a couple of purchases and headed back out in the parking lot. AmericanPridePower.com. In God we trust. Cool looking truck. You can definitely tell we're in West Virginia.
Big Wally Falls. Okay.
East River Mountain. We came through here when we went to Gettysburg.
We did?
No?
No,
we wouldn't have.
This way.
No, we didn't. That was in 70. The East River Mountain Tunnel is 5,412 feet. The tunnel carries both Interstate I-77 and U.S. Routes 52 through the East River Mountain between Bluefield, West Virginia and Rocky Gap, Virginia. Construction of this tunnel took nearly 5 years and opened in December of 1974.
Entering Jefferson National Forest. We're going through another Virginia tunnel. Big Walker Mountain Tunnel.
The Big Walker Mountain Tunnel goes through the Appalachian Mountains of southwest Virginia. It carries I-77 through and under Big Walker Mountain. This tunnel is much shorter and runs about 20 miles south of the East River Mountain Tunnel we just went through. All right, so we are at the Wythe Raceway, and this is our harvest host for the night. let's check it out. And this would be a fun place to watch a race. Kind of dug into the mountainside here. The Reith Racetrack is a half-a-mile high-banked clay oval running most Saturday nights, April through September. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, look how steep these are. I'd sit at the top.
What'd you say?
Look how steep the features are.
Yeah. Oh my. And only one spot if you want to go all the way down.
This is.
While the majority of the parking lot is not level, we were able to find the most level spot that was available. And after we got all set up, this guy pulled
There's
in.
a golf cart guy coming.
We had a little bit of trouble finding the donation box.
Wait on the golf cart.
Oh, yeah, we could check with the golf cart guy. We found it. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. Harvest Host. Very cool.
Just slip it
So you
in
can
there.
just slip it down in there. Very nice.
Okay.
So they said the generators were okay. So we fired up our generator, stuck it underneath the belly of the rear end there, keep it dry, because it does kind of look like it might rain. But we're gonna get finished getting set up here, and this is gonna be fun. I'd love if there was a race of some sort. The couple that pulled in and were camping as Harvest Host overnight came over and introduced themselves. We learned that they were on about a 4-month journey, and this was their rig from Switzerland, and they had it shipped over on a boat and picked it up in Canada.
Brakes.
Yeah.
And in 2016 and this year I had the chance to take 6 months break.
Oh, nice.
So last time in 2016, as Obama was still in charge,
Yeah.
the world was quite hot.
And from our conversation, we realized that we were in Alaska at the same time, and our paths had actually probably crossed without us knowing it. Once we got set up and had supper, we got on the Weather Channel to check out and see what the latest news was in the road closures from Hurricane Helen. And we learned that the route we were planning to take tomorrow morning, some of the roads were washed out and impassable. So we have a new navigational problem. Do you see all the red? These are road closures from Hurricane Helena and Helene. Hurricane Helene. And these are all road closed. If you zoom in, Route 40 is closed. Up through, I don't know what you call that, from Gatlinburg over to, was it Cherokee is closed. Wow. Yeah, lots of road closures. It's a new problem we've had in our travels. So we're coming up here, and then we'll shoot that little loop and then go back down. And then where we are going, and where did it go? I just saw. I don't know where Pride RV Resort just went. There it is, right there. So there's Pride RV Resort.
Yeah, it wants us to take RV Trip Wizard wants you to take. Here, let me see if I can get live traffic.
This is, you know what? We're getting right up in where we probably. I wonder if we should call them first thing in the morning.
Oh, we will.
And then if we have to, we'll just abandon it and we'll head clear over to Chattanooga.
This morning we contacted the RV resort that we had reservations made at, and they had canceled the reservation due to the flooding that had occurred. So this morning we're heading to a Harvest Host. Where was that, Mike?
Sweetwater, Tennessee.
I don't wanna tie you up now. I don't wanna do the thing. I don't wanna have you, baby. I just wanna have a fling. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy. Yeah. Tell me what you wanna do. Give me everything you got. I just wanna try to get you in the mood. I just wanna hit your spot. I wanna get low. Wanna get low. I wanna go down, stay, kissing your feet, and you make me crazy.
One of the news articles that we saw last night said that a lot of the fuel stations were running out of fuel and to always keep a full tank when going through the area. So we stopped. We ended up making changes to our travel plans and we headed straight west to Sweetwater, Tennessee. And we're here at Bradley's Pit Barbecue and Grill. This is my second time being here. The ice cream shop has a drive-thru now that I don't remember it had before. After we got set up, I went inside and we had some great barbecue. I don't remember seeing this here the last time I stopped, but it was a nice surprise. Besides the awesome restaurant, this Harvest Host also offers hookups, water and electric, for an additional fee. We opted for that and took advantage of it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, we went back to Bradley's Sweet Side for dessert. And why the pumpkin pie shake looked awesome, I went for the brownie sundae. And if you're ever in Sweetwater, Tennessee, stop in. You won't be disappointed. So let's head out to get some fuel. We did a Harvest Host here. Awesome. It was a little noisy, the streetwise, but we knew that going into it. We had to unhook to get the RV level. So before I hook it back up, I am going to run down and get fuel. It just makes it just one step easier. And the plan is to take 77 way down and then cut over to our ranch in the mountain, which is the Dahlonega, Georgia area. We had that awesome stay at the racetrack last night, Wraith. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but it's a Harvest Host. And then we were going to jump back on 77, head down through Asheville, North Carolina, and then over to Dahlonega, Georgia. Well, if you've been following, well, by the time this comes out, it will be history. But there was the Hurricane Helena came ashore, and nobody really thought, but it came 300 miles onshore, deluging northern Georgia and North Carolina, Tennessee. Heck, I think it even got back up into Ohio. But washed out a couple of dams, flooded some areas, and this area has been devastated. So we ended up, we are clear over in actually Sweetwater, Tennessee. This is how far we had to go to get around the devastation and the closed roads. Probably some of you know that I-40 literally washed out. No one saw that coming. And so anyway, came through Knoxville down to Sweetwater, and we'll get things hooked up here this morning, and we are going to head to our ranch in the mountains. And I think we're going to kind of take this long swooping loop around to try to avoid a lot of that flood area as we possibly can. Sorry about that. Had the GoPro hooked up here in the corner and it fell. So we'll back up here, get hooked up, and get ready to pull out. Oh, and I should mention that because of all the rain that recently had, we got off the driveway just a little bit and things were real muddy. But I don't think this is a normal thing. It was just wet from all the recent rain. Bradley's Barbecue Pit Harvest Host in Sweetwater, Tennessee for the win. And once we got far enough over, we went south into Georgia and then headed back to an RV resort that we've stayed at a couple of times now. I think today's drive from Sweetwater, Tennessee to Dahlonega, Georgia, was probably one of the prettiest we've seen, and absolutely perfect weather. Really cool.
Wow. You can walk the bridge over the waterfall. Oh, wow, that's pretty.
That is really cool. TVA.
Tennessee Valley
Authority, yeah.
So you can't walk.
No, you can't walk it. But there's a big parking lot right over there. Since we don't need to get to the our ranch in the mountains for I think it's until after 3 or 4. We've actually got a couple hours to kill. Pulled off the side of the road here and taking a little rest stop. Going to get a little snack out of the RV, and we are right on the Ocoee River. Now we just passed the dam, so this is all a reservoir, but just below the dam was a very large area of whitewater rafting where there was like 5 or 6 different businesses. I think we are on 11, State Road or State Route 11. Temperature is probably what, 65, probably, yeah, maybe 70 degrees here, maybe, and just absolutely gorgeous weather. Our ranch in the mountains just outside of Dahlonega, Georgia is a coast-to-coast RV park, and it's always a great stay. All right, so we're all checked in at our ranch, and let's head back to our site. Our ranch in the mountains is located in the scenic North Georgia mountains and a stone's throw away from downtown Dahlonega, Georgia. This RV park covers more than 800 acres.
And there is Mike with his drone in the air. Now we're in for drone shots. This is scary.
I picked up this drone 5 or 6 weeks ago and really haven't even gotten it out of the box much. Just I played with it a little bit in Richwood, Ohio. Took it over to the Maumee Bay State Park for a day. But this is the first day of getting it out and just actually seeing what I can do with the drone. And basically playing with it. Alright, I don't know that you can see that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But the camera is on me. Whoops, it's getting a little low. Let's get it up a little bit. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Hopefully the GoPro camera can pick that up, but there she is. Let's take it up. Bring it down. Go around that way. And go back around that way. And the battery signal says it's about half life left, and it's been up in the air for about 8 or 9 minutes now. So that may very well be the extent of the battery. We'll probably have to consider this test flight number 1. We enjoyed about 3 days of downtime here. Just able to get some videos out, played with my drone, we went swimming, and took a hike. So the last time we were here, the swimming pool hadn't opened up yet for the spring. So thought we'd come in and check out this one. Check out the swimming pool. And yes, there is video proof that I did get in the water. And at the bottom of the hill were a horse barn and some riding stables. Our camping spot was located way back here. Our ranch in the mountains RV resort is definitely an RV resort, but it is also a wedding venue. Even after swimming in the swimming pool, I didn't realize it was R-shaped for our ranch until I got the drone up. Did I mention there was a nice catch and release pond for fishing? Let's check out the riding stables and the horse barn. They have horses that you can, I don't know if you can board horses here, but they have horses that you can schedule horse riding. I think that would be something pretty cool. Perhaps on a future stop. And I'll do the final part of this RV park tour on my e-bike. If you have e-bikes, this is it's between the paths across the road and just the mammoth size of this park. There are, oh Lord, you could probably ride for an hour before you cover everything. It's pretty neat. Across the road, there is a section of property that has several rustic cabins, a very large pond with a bike and walking path all the way around it, and frisbee golf. and then coming back to the main area from the top of the hill. During my ride, I found at least 6 sections that have RV campers in it. And I did find a total of 3 laundromats on site.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high.
Our site was in RV3.
Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky.
And I should mention that during our stay here, we continued to watch the weather as Hurricane Helene moved away. Hurricane Milton was just coming. Our ranch in the mountain resort is located between Ellengay and Dahlonega, Georgia, right in the heart of Georgia's northern wine country, which means you're only minutes away from several winery options. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Cheers, everybody.